Hello everyone, my name is Melanie. I'm here together with Sabrina, my colleague, and we are from the company TVH. Today, so as Bram told you, we will give a short explanation on our digital ecosystem and how we, developed it or are still developing it. So maybe just a quick intro to TVH. Don't know if anyone in the room knows about TVH. I see some, yeah, perfect. Okay, so some of the local guys here can know us from, when passing on the highway, you immediately see our forklifts, our aerial work platforms, all our machinery outside. And then others may know us of our clever advertising once in a while. So we started our company in 1969. So next year we celebrate our 50th anniversary. And yeah, as Showpad, we expanded a lot in a short amount of time. So now we have over 5,000 employees worldwide. So this is our company structure. As you can see, we have TVH parts, TVH equipment. Equipment deals with the rental of our machinery, and then we, from parts, we sell over. I think we have more than 30 million part numbers, so quite a big business. And we are a global supplier. So you see, our headquarters are in Kansas and Belgium, so in Waregem here. And yeah, we also have branches in more than 30 countries. So just a little intro to our company. We started working with Showpad over 5 years ago. So at the moment, it is being used by our external sales reps and also customer development. So this is a team that has the first contact with new potential customers. And we will show you how they use it later on. But first, I give the mic to, not a mic, but a pointer to Sabrina.
Thank you, Melanie. Yeah, indeed. Well, to explain what our digital ecosystem is, I would like to start by explaining what it was before. So this was our old strategy, which was a monolithic architecture. And what do I mean by that? We had one program called Link. It still exists, of course, but it was created in Progress code, so we built it completely ourselves. It was custom built, completely tailored to TVH, and completely built in-house. And it did everything. It was our ERP system for offers and orders, mailing program, also the planning, reporting, and feedback tool for our external sales reps, the feedback tool for the internal sales reps as well. Lookup for the catalogs. So we put the catalogs in there. We couldn't get them out, but okay, that was another thing. Claims, HR even, and also product information system. So our PIM system was in there as well. So everything in one big architecture, which was fine. But we had the difficulty that in our growing, and we saw it this morning as well, everything is going at warp speed. And so to build something yourself, you need a lot of people. We saw it as well, 130 developers for Showpad. So if you want to build your own Showpad, it takes a lot of effort. And we were running into that problem as well, where we didn't have the resources anymore to build everything from scratch. So we wanted to change our approach, and instead of reinventing the wheel all the time, we went from a build to a buy approach. So we went to the market and we looked at, okay, what kind of programs are out there, what kind of software is out there that we can use right off the bat and that answers our questions, that answers our needs. And this best of breed approach was applied to our sales enablement tool. So we took Showpad on board. We used also Salesforce as our planning and reporting tool for the external sales reps, which we will be demoing later on, and also as our CRM system. Now, to be honest, it's not yet fully implemented as a CRM system, but we are working on that. For our product information management, we looked at Informatica. For our marketing automation, we looked at Marketo. We also are using Gmail. And for our BI self-service tool, we look at Tableau. We are also in the process of looking at a DAM system, digital asset management system, but we haven't yet taken anybody on board. So there we are still in the process of searching for a DAM system. And so as you can see, the bubble that contains this old link program is a lot smaller now. It is just one of the many programs that we have. We still use it as our ERP system, so for our core business, which is offers and orders, but everything else has been, is now a best-of-breed program that we purchased in the market. And so you can see that the database is in the middle of all of these bubbles, and this is very important because we now have all of the technology, but what are we going to do with our data? And that's why it's not enough to just look at the best of breed, but to then also integrate your programs. For two things. First of all, the data, because you don't want to have to duplicate all of your data in all of the systems at the same time. So you want your data still centralized and available for each and every one of your systems. And with that comes also data governance. So it's not just where the data is available, but also who can change the data and who is accountable for the data. And okay, to be honest, this is also very difficult for us. So it's something that we are conscious of and working on as well, but not something that we're there yet. And then the second aspect is activities. So for example, when you have a touch point with a customer in Marketo, you want that information, for example, in your Salesforce CRM platform as well, so that you can get a true omni-channel approach to your system. So that's why it is vital to integrate all of your programs, and we try to do that, and this is the result. So I'm just going to let the slide sink in. But very important is you can see at the heart, we still have the database with all of our data. And you can see that we took the conscious decision, for example, to not create an arrow between our database and Marketo. And this is also what was said during the Coca-Cola presentation. So the integrations that you have, it's vital that you don't try to create everything yourself. So again, if there is an integration right off the bat, then you can use that integration. And this is why, for example, for Marketo, we go via Salesforce to access our customers, because Marketo integrates directly with Salesforce. You can set it up in a day, and it's already operational. The same thing for example, Salesforce and Gmail, but here we need the Lightning interface to completely work with the integration. So for those of you who don't know Salesforce, Lightning is their new and better user interface that they have launched at the moment, and so we are still on the classic version, and we need to move towards that Lightning interface as well. And so you can also see from this overview that we're not there yet. So you can see the arrows. There are various arrows that are in black. Those are the things that we have already achieved. And the arrows that indeed have an interrupting line, such as between Salesforce and Gmail, is something that we are in the process of creating at the moment. All of the gray stuff is stuff that we still want to add, but that is not yet available. So that is also important. We're not completely there yet, but we're in the process of building our our digital ecosystem. So you have to start somewhere and then go from there. But we're not gonna show everything into detail. We're gonna show you. So the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So we're gonna show you a demo and really prove to you with a demo what a digital ecosystem can mean for your company.
Yes, we will show it through 2 scenarios. So first of all, a normal day in the life of a sales rep, so how he does his planning, visiting, preparing the visit, reporting. And then also another scenario, so a day, a sales rep that goes to a trade show, and then the follow-up by customer development. Okay, so thank you. So now we are in Salesforce. So first of all, the sales rep goes and searches for his customers. So we do that via the search bar. We type in a local city called Ronse. Then we get some accounts. And there I see the company I want to visit, Sam Smith's Amazing Test Company. We click it. And then we plan in the account. Okay, so let's say we want to visit him today at maybe 3 o'clock. Yes, and we save it. So this is how he does his planning. Then we go to the homepage, and in his calendar, you can see all the visits that were scheduled this day. So if we go to the event detail and then to the account page, this is what the sales rep uses to prepare his visit. So he gains some insights on the account page. He goes to the customer passports. He gathers all information, and then he does the actual preparing, so the content that he will be showing to the customer via Showpad. So if you can now move to the iPad, please. Yes, perfect. So this is our Showpad environment. Maybe a short explanation. We have a channel for each region. So we are a global supplier, so a lot of languages, nationalities. In there we have all our catalogs, brochures, all you need to know when going to a customer. Then we also have some internal info, a global company presentation. I actually showed you 2 screenshots of the presentation that we made in experiences. Yes. And yeah, then we have a lot more channels, so things we are testing out. I already did my homework, so I already prepared a collection. Yes, so this is all the info that I want to share with the customer, Samuel Smith from Sam Smith's Amazing Test Company. So I will share it now via email. And because of the integration with Salesforce, we can now immediately start typing in the contact's name, so Sam Smith, or either his email address. And then you get a pick list, indeed. And everything is filled out because of the link with Salesforce. If we then scroll down, we get to content, and then we can type in a little message. Hi, Sam. Attached, you can find the info on what we were talking about earlier. And then we send it. Okay, can we go back to the laptop, please? Yes, so now again, we are in Salesforce. So after the visit, when you go to the account page, you can actually see what content you have shared via Showpad. So if you go to the activity history, so we scroll down, there you see that content was shared via Showpad to the customer. And if you click it, you get all the details. And then you can also click to view the content. So this is what the customer sees, but this I suppose you already know. Okay, so that was one day in the life of a sales rep. Then let's say the next day he goes to a trade show. Then we have to go back to the iPad, please. Yes, so for a big trade shows, we create a dedicated channel in Showpad so that the sales rep or the salespeople attending that fair can easily find the content so that they don't have to use the search function. They have everything in one channel. Makes it easier for them. So we have done this, for example, for CMOT 2018. There we have all folders, brochures, everything that can be interesting for the customer. Let's say the sales rep is now talking to a potential new customer for TVH and he wants to register it. How can he do that? We use the contact tab page in Showpad, so actually the contact function within Showpad. So you go to contacts and then you click the plus sign, add contacts. You can select a fair, so if there are 2 trade shows at the same time, you can make a pick list and just select the one you're at. You fill in all the contact details. We also have a field primary business. We ask our sales guys to fill this in or fill this out because it's important for the people that receives that contact to know what his business is all about, what he has to do with the contact. So nice to have a little information. The main advantage of entering contacts on a fair within Showpad is that it is available offline, because not all internal salespeople that are going to the fairs have an iPad of their own or have a company phone or have even access to Showpad. So it's all available offline, which makes it really easy. So we fill in more contact details and we click Save. If we now go back to the laptop and we go to the tab page Leads, so now we are again in Salesforce, and we go to that fair, so the View Leads CMOT 2018. You see that we have one lead in there, so the one that we just entered via Showpad. Now our customer development team can open it and link that contact to the campaign. Or to the fair. Okay. Yes, and now each customer development agent in our company has his own views. So now they will just follow up on the lead, qualify the lead, so everything, the whole lead qualification also happens in Salesforce. Okay, and what they can then do is, based on the description on the notes that the salespeople on the fair send to the customer, they maybe it's in there that they have also interest in other products, not the ones focusing on their primary business. So for that, they use the Gmail extension. So if you go to Gmail, then you see there also the search bar of Showpad. So then they just can start writing their message, add more content to the for the customer, and then you can send it and further follow up. Okay. And we send it. So this is how the process works within our company. So the collaboration between external sales, customer development. We are also thinking of putting internal sales on Showpad. So and then this is one of the possible integrations with Salesforce, but you know that there are many more. So, okay.
Okay, I think that concludes our demo. So are there any questions that you have?
Yes, please.
Do we have
the catch box? Okay.
Hi. For the email integration, when a link is sent through, is that traceable? Are the analytica still available when you link to
It is
content through
traceable, yeah.
It's exactly the same thing as you would send it via Showpad on your iPad or on the web application, only that it's already integrated in, in the email. So what we do is we explain to customer development, if you want to set up a collection, you can go to your web application, and then to really look up content and send it through to the customer, you use your email. Because the advantage is also that we now created a new email, but the advantage is when you reply to somebody, you can just look up your content. So when somebody sends you an email and you just want to reply, you add your content in exactly the same way.
Thank you.
More questions? Yes?
Thank you. When you guys showed the picture of the integration you have within different systems, you also have Marketo in there, so the marketing automation, which was connected to Showpad. How are you guys utilizing that in connection to what's happening on the sales side with Showpad, personal email, and also to CRM? Are there any triggers going to the system when any content is being sent in certain stages?
Well, that was actually still an arrow that was in gray. So it's not active yet. It's definitely something that we want to do because I think that Marketo is the part of where you target a large number of customers. So where you want to capture all of the feedback from, have customers looked at your website, have they looked at your mailings, and then the touch points that you have with Showpad are the more personal ones, so we definitely want to combine that information. So that's why we are really looking forward to pushing that integration as well. I think it's already active, but we're not yet using it. So yeah, one of the coming items that we definitely want to start using.
Okay, thank you.
We have a question over there.
Can I throw this mic as well?
I like how everything is connected to each other and how you can keep that data from every platform. But what I see is that, for example, the systems are maybe a little bit high level. I mean, you have to fill in lots of things. We've heard also during showtime that salespeople are a bit lazy. What we see sometimes in our CRM systems and other systems is that they don't fill in all the things they need to fill in. Do you also struggle with that, or is all the data 100% correct, and can you motivate your sales team to do so?
We definitely struggle with that.
Yeah, it's true. It's a very difficult balance because indeed, if you look at, for example, putting in a lead in Salesforce, the minimum requirements are the last name of the lead and the company name, and that's it. And I do strongly believe that that is the right approach to just being able to register a lead. But what we do, for example, with our leads is that we have statuses. And so you are free to put in a lead and put in the minimum requirements, but if you want the lead to move to the next stage, you have to fill out all of the details required for moving it along. And so as long as you fill out the lead and it's not all of the details are filled out, it's not going to move to the next stage, and the customer development advisor that does the qualification will not look at your lead. So, and as a sales rep, you will then not be able to, take any credit for it and thus any money. So that's a big incentivizer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, more questions? No? Well, thank you very much for your attention, for joining today's session. Should you have more questions, then you can always contact us. Yeah, you've seen our names on the screen. You can also track us on the app. And if not, you can always come and talk to us in the halls. Okay.
We don't have any special suits,
No,
but
no,
okay.
just plain. Okay, thank you very much.